My wife has decided to volunteer as a surrogate for her sister, and she won't back down no matter what. I've been told that we're expected to cover all the expenses involved. I'm exhausted and, afterly reached my breaking point, I told her I want a divorce. I'm 30 and my wife is 32. We've been married for 5 years and have a 3-year-old son. Her older sister, Oz, struggled with infertility for years, facing one setback after another. 12 weeks ago, out of the blue, my wife dropped a bombshell. She volunteered Tab, a surrogate for her sister. She is scared for my opinion, and I made it clear that I am 100% against it. But my wife told Messias, going ahead with it, whether he agree or not. She said I had to either support her or not, and I felt crucial. We're a family now, and we have our Santo. Think about, we both work full-time, and she says she quit her job when the surrogacy process starts. Not only does she expect me to care for Heron, our son, but she also expects me Tab, the sole provider, while she's pregnant. I've tried reasoning with her, but nothing works. She's ignoring me and continuing to make plans with her sister and brother-in-law. I can't take Iten more for 2 weeks. I've been dealing with this, and I finally told her I want a divorce. She didn't take it well, shackled me a traitor, and said I betrayed her right now. I'm staying at a friend's house, and I'm unsure what to do next except to be there for my son. To clarify, both my sister-in-law and brother-in-law are financialist wrongful, and because of this, my wife expects us to cover all the surrogacy cost. My personal belief has always been that if someone can't take care of themselves, they shouldn't be having kids. Quit her job without giving me any warning. She expects me to be fine with that, and she's planning to be pregnant for 9 months without discussing it with. It's completely unacceptable. Sheshold have talked to me about it first. Hope I get custody of my son and Thadi. Don't end up paying child support. Fourth baby people sometimes end up doing that, which is wrong. Honestly, I'm still in shock. My wife hasn't really spoken to him, and when I try to have a conversation, she just shuts me down and moves on with her day. Divorce is definitely going to happen. I have no idea why she needed talk with her job, that it was one of the main reasons I said no when she told me I'd heave to support her and handle these surrogacy responsibilities as well as possible. She's already pregnant, and that's why she's determined to go ahead with this. But regardless of that, I won't stick around to watch it happen. My priority is my son. I was going to tell Lou, you're overreacting, but then I read that she wants to quit a job and expects Lou to support her, your family, and theocracy. That's insane. Does she make impulsive decisions like this often, or is this out of character for her? This completely out of character for her. And that's what's so heartbreaking. Noah marriage was going great. Everything was perfect. Like I said in my post, this came out of nowhere. It was a complete shock after receiving advice from some of you. He decided to return home. When I got there, my wife was waiting. She looked at Team and said something like, Ka, I'm glad at her home. You need to stop making this whole difficult. Get back to your senses and stop being so hard on the surrogacy. I wasn't in the mood to talk, so I just went to sleep in my son's room. Only thing remember from that night was receiving a lot of messages and comments. Many people suggested that me wife might already be pregnant. Some even thought she had cheated or had an affair. A few of you believed the surrogacy story was just a cover-up, and that got me thinking about my next move following day. I tried talking to her again, but she made it difficult, as usual, so I just bluntly told her that the divorce was happening and that our marriage was over. I wasn't happy, especially not in the last few weeks. Sku immediately started crying, calling me every name in the book, asking how could do this to her. I then asked her to take a few pregnancy tests in front of him, but she immediately refused. She got furious, shouting at me, saying there was no way she would take a test and call him insane after the argument. She calmed down and stormed out. I didn't hear from her for 2 days. She had just left our son, which made my decision easier. I tried calling my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, but they had blocked me. This all happened 2 days ago. Meanwhile, me, lawyer, had been working behind these scenes, and now we were getting to the important part today. She came home, tapped back some clothes, saying she was going to stay at her sister's for a while. That's when I handed her the divorce papers. The look on her face when she read them said everything. She finally realized what a huge mistake she had made. She fell to her knees, begging me, asking why I was doing this to her. As for me, I'm moving forward with full custody of our son. I've asked for that Beckos in all these weeks. She hasn't cared for him at all. This Sergei Sahabsian has been her focus, and Ivy being doing everything. If she can keep the house, that's better than nothing. A lot has happened since then, and I'll admit of you are right. I am in the middle of getting a divorce after learning that me's wife was already pregnant by Herbus, who has his own family. She admitted everything to me when she realized I was serious about the divorce. She had been having an affair with him for months and got pregnant when he found out. He wanted nothing to do with her. That's why she quit her job. She didn't want to face him or let the news get out at work. She told her boss offered her a large sum of money to stop the pregnancy and keep quiet, but she refused because she wanted to keep the child. This was the real reason she quit her job and planned to do the surrogacy. I also gathered cute, perfectly text messages between my ex and her former boss, and I sent it to his wife. Let me tell you, the day I sent that message was a satisfying one. I still didn't understand what she was hoping to achieve with the surrogacy story, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. After everything came out, I asked my ex for a paternity test, especially after she confessed that she had slept with multiple people before our son was born. Told me there's a chance our boy might not be mine, and that hit me hard. The idea that he might not be my biological child is crushing. After talking to my lawyer, he suggested I ask for a paternity test to clear my mind. He wants to make it clear that no matter the outcome, I won't abandon my son if it's not mine biologically. I love him, but it still hurts. My ex called me piece of trash for even suggesting fetus. She said it didn't matter because I've been there for him since day on. And his real father. For me, it's not about biology. It's about trust. She broke with that trust, and it stings. I still love my boy with all my heart, but it doesn't take away